Yo,
What's going on, folks?
Danny Boy Reginald, Bill Corpus Crispy Murphy. Yo, in the house. Yo, indeed. A day after something incredibly historic, we see a meltdown of the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. And nothing makes me more happy this morning than seeing Patriots fans across the world, in America, in Europe, anywhere, just absolutely cry over the fact that the Patriots, in a dud, were defeated by the Seattle Seahawks. 29-13 final score in Super Bowl 60 out in Santa Clara, California. Um,
And Reg is gonna make sure it's Santa Clara, not
Santa
San
Clara,
Francisco.
San Francisco, my ass, San Francisco. Um,
But
Bill, obviously we will react to all the other parts of the Super Bowl festivities in just a bit, but we get to the game, Bill. We already had this conversation last night after the game. Um, we did a Sunday sideline report special doing a reaction to the Super Bowl. All the main people in the in this network react to it. Me and Bill made it very clear. The game was done. It was bad.
yeah, you and I were kind of I was kind of debating this with the Patchman and Rifkin last night. They were like, "Well, you just don't appreciate good defense." The defense was really not that impressive.
But that's the thing. It's like, was it because the defense because the Seahawks offense was moving pretty well. They just couldn't get into the end zone. Um, was it that we didn't appreciate the defense, or was it the fact that the Patriots in the biggest game of the season did not show up? Like, let's be honest about that. And we can give credit to the Seahawks. Like, no, we should give credit. They did a phenomenal job stopping the Patriots. I think the Patriots didn't get past the 50 until the fourth quarter, which is just wildly insane. Maybe they did like once or twice before that. I don't know. But it's like, they they barely got past the 50 the entire game. Like, I think it was more the fact that the Patriots in the biggest game, Bill, did not show up. And look, we want to talk about cakewalk schedule and everything, and they're trying to put that narrative to bed.
This actually resurrected that narrative.
I mean, how could it not? You
The
know?
Pats had an easy schedule this year. I know it, you know it. Anyone who watches football, who has an
Yeah.
IQ that's higher than a gnat, knows it. And the game was just okay. Here's what I will say, and I brought this up last night on the post game. And shout out to my very good friend Justin Favaro, Reg. You have met him plenty of times.
Very nice
Great,
guy.
great guy. One of my best friends. He texted me during the game. Has there ever been a Super Bowl where it has gone without a touchdown? I said, no. He goes, well, that could happen tonight. And then Seattle scores in the third quarter, and he's like, wow, well, that's off the table now.
Exactly.
I love
Yeah.
you, Justin. I do. But,
Mhm.
but, yeah, because he doesn't really watch a lot of football. Because so during the Super Bowls, he's usually texting me, which is not a bad thing. Sometimes if you're a non-sports person, you have a big fan and you have a friend who's a big sports fan, you need us. You non-sports people need us.
Yeah.
You need us.
Back, bro.
But you know what? We'll always be there to lend you a hand. We'll always be there to lend you a hand, and we'll do it for free of charge. We might ask for a beer, but other than that, free of charge. Um, but anyway, but no, the first half of this game I thought was a snore fest. And second half, I think things got entertaining.
More
I
like
think,
the fourth quarter things got entertaining. But like,
yeah. But I think once
the
the fumble happened, we're like, okay, now we got ourselves
yeah,
a game.
yeah. When the Seahawks, I mean, first of all, shout out to Seahawks defense. Yeah,
Oh, they were fantastic.
yeah, Drake made fumbles or whoever fumbled. Again, it's all blurred to me. Game was terrible. The Seahawks pick up the fumble. It was Drake May. And yeah, man, look, I just think that overall the excitement didn't really come to the fourth quarter. But then, the Seahawks were just absolutely destroying the Patriots. And again, I'm not gonna. I don't. Again, the biggest thing here is I don't want to disrespect the NFL because it is a big event. It's not really made for football fans, but it's a big event. It
Yeah,
was a dud. It was a dud of a game. Like I
it
did
was a
not like
dud
it.
of a game. It was just I didn't think the game was okay. The first half I thought again was a bore, and I'm thinking, yeah, and also funny thing about Justin, I'm sorry we're revealing our conversation from yesterday. I'm like, this game is such a bore, but okay, sometimes in text I cannot spell right, so I did it BOAR, like a wild. It goes, this game's a wild boar. And also another inside joke between us. I said, Justin, I can be such a bore sometimes. You're not a bore. You're more of a hog. Um, but um, but anyway, but anyway, but no, this game was just. I can't even think of anything to yell about it because it was really nothing. There was really nothing to scream about. Like Seattle's defense, and here's where I will give Mike Rifkin and the Patchman credit. Seattle's defense rose to the occasion.
Yeah, I
The
mean, talk
fumble,
about
they pounced on that. The
talk.
interception that was ran back for a touchdown, they pounced
Mhm.
on that.
Yep,
Like Seattle's defense showed up.
they did. I mean, the Patriots were held to a goose egg for three quarters. Like that's all you need to know about the Patriots offense. Again, if you look at all the stats, it's going to tell you that Drake May nearly threw for 300 passing yards. You know, but the reality tells you that those passing yards meant nothing because the Patriots only scored, 13 points total. All of them came in the fourth quarter. You know, so it's a tough one to swallow. It was a tough one to swallow. The two touchdown passes for Drake May. I guess that's something to, you know, pat his back on. He did have an injection, by the way, before the game, so he had a bad shoulder. Um, so I mean, I don't know if that was a factor. I don't think anyone cares because, everyone plays injured in the NFL. So, you know, it's you're training for so long, so I guess it's the best way to toughen up. Um, but yeah, man, like in total, the Patriots had 79 yards rushing, which is very unlike them. They're very big on the run game in New England. They have been all season. Uh, I'll tell you who did have a great rushing game. Kenneth Walker III. He had 100
MVP.
MVP for sure, 135 yards rushing, 27 carries. He did not have a touchdown this game, but he did he was very explosive all game. I think he almost had one, but I think it was called back due to a penalty, a holding penalty on Seattle. So um again, only one passing touchdown for Sam Darnold. The rest was done by the defense and Jason Myers. You know?
Yeah, and
Like,
like you know what? I'll give credit to Sam Darnold. Like in his post game interview, like right afterwards, he said, "Yeah, our offense could have been better, but you know what? We won. You know
mhm.
what? Even he admits it."
Well, yeah, I mean the thing is that the Seattle offense didn't do well either. And then that's why again the game was a dud. Because, Seattle actually the ball was moving pretty well. We saw it. The run game was great. Sam Darnold, even though he kept throwing into double coverage, um, was okay. I mean, he also wasn't on the field as much as the Patriots were, but it's like I lost my train of thought, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know where I was kind of going with that. The point is that the Seattle offense wasn't great, but it did enough. That's what I was about to say. It did enough
It
to
passed. It passed. Okay.
exactly to look, they scored points and got themselves a championship.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? You know when they famous. Okay, I don't know if you've heard this saying in college, Reg. I have. When they say C's get degrees,
Yes.
I think last night was the equivalent of that.
uh God.
Okay, we had a bad performance, but you know what? But I don't want to say Seattle's performance was necessarily bad.
Well, the defense showed up. I'll tell you that much.
Defense showed up, the offense was just a
Yeah.
blur.
And then look, you give credit to again Myers, the kicker, who absolutely drilled. I think he drilled like four of them. Five field goals, excuse me. He's drilled five field goals. Um and what was tremendous all game. So again, shout out to him. And again, we talked about it. Why I respect the opinions of Mike Rifkin and the Patch Man. I really do. I just felt like the game could have been a lot better. Yes, defense is important. Yes, defense can be exciting. But if there's no offense, Bill, what are we doing? Like, you know,
Exactly.
the average football fan and the average non-football fan that comes together to watch this game, they want touchdowns. They want all these big time catches. They want, yes, a close game, but they want a nice little chess match and everything. We didn't get that. So it is what it is. Obviously, the Patriots were very emotional. Drake May was very emotional after the game. Um, he was glowing about the head coach, Mike Vrabel. He's saying hopefully that he can that this will be the first of many Super Bowls. He hopes to establish a long-term relationship with him, which I think they will if everything stays course. Um, I think Vrabel, the gist of his messaging was that they could have done a lot better to help out, and that's obvious. The fact that he had almost 300 yards passing, yet only two touchdowns show for it, and again, no points to the fourth quarter. Like that was a rough game for New England, very rough
Yeah,
game.
it was a very rough game. If you're a New
Yeah.
England guy, and but Reg, Jets legend Sam
Mhm.
Darnold is a Super Bowl
Yeah,
champion.
and that's where I was going to go next. I'm so happy for it. Anyone who tries to get under my skin and act like, hey, look, Sam Darnold, he was a Jet and now he's a Super Bowl champion after he leaves. I'm like, cool. If I'm being real with you, Bill, I would be more pissed off if I'm a Vikings fan because the Vikings had him in the building when they went when they won 14 games last season and made the playoffs. And Sam Darnold was having the year of his life in Minnesota. And they got rid of him to try with this JJ McCarthy dude, who I think it's actually going to be a really good quarterback. Like I'm not like I liked what I saw at the end of the season from JJ McCarthy. However, when you compare it to Sam Darnold, so like I said, someone that you had in the building, someone that could have been the quarterback who was great in Kevin O'Connell's system, the fact that you get rid of him and he goes and wins the Super Bowl, that to me would be more upsetting than the Jets giving up on Sam Darnold after 3 years and a new regime coming in. Like
Yes.
again, like for those of you trying to get under my skin, understand, the Jets are horrible, but this is fine. This whole situation with Sam Darnold winning the Super Bowl is great. If I'm a Vikings fan, however, I'd be pretty pissed because you have him in the building. So that's my thoughts on it. Again, very happy for him. I've always loved Darnold. I've been his biggest fan. Yeah, like I said last night, I started losing confidence because of the fact that he was losing confidence. But once he gained those confidence back, I'm all for it. I've always been Sam Darnold's biggest supporter, and I'm glad that he was finally able to find the right system for him and the right coach and the right team to get his.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and he finally did it. And you know what? I'm happy for Sam Darnold. He has a ring.
Yeah.
And
And he beat the Patriots
yes,
for the
you
first
know,
time ever. He beat the Patriots in his career, and um, he ain't afraid of no ghosts. Like,
and you know what? Like, if everybody's like feeling sorry for Drake May, don't. He's young. I think he can get back to another Super
yeah,
Bowl.
and I think that's another aspect of it. I think the inexperience was very telling. Not in a bad way. Like again, Drake May, he's probably going to go back to another Super Bowl. Like I can feel it. This Patriots team is hungry. Uh, Part of it was also the inexperience. And let's be honest, the Patriots, you know, they were in a very soft AFC.
Yeah, again, we bring this up. Their strength of
You know,
schedule sucked.
it was, and again, it's not to say that they didn't earn their Super Bowl appearance. No, no, they earned a Super Bowl appearance. Look, you got to beat those teams, right? And they did. They beat them hands down, fair and square. I'm not taking that away from them. But what I am going to say is, let's be real about the AFC. All the big time quarterbacks in the AFC were in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, no
yes, he went.
Lamar, no
Yeah,
Mahomes.
right.
Allen got bounced in the divisional round.
Exactly.
Um,
Um, and yes, the defenses that they played were pretty strong defenses, but again, weak.
and listen, in the playoff round, okay, they beat the Texans, and the Texans had good defense, and that was a close game.
And let's be real, the Patriots also have a good defense.
Yes, they do. And then AFC Championship, you beat Denver with Bo Nix, who was hurt.
Yeah,
And then yesterday, yeah,
and
but again, do
the
not feel
Chargers.
sorry for Drake May.
No,
He'll be back to the Super Bowl. Like,
yeah,
I felt slightly bad for Mike Vrabel because I
yeah,
actually really do like Mike Vrabel.
yeah,
But I guarantee you they'll be back.
yeah,
And
yeah. They'll be
and
good for a while.
another thing, I was texting my buddy Steve yesterday, and he goes, and my buddy Steve, he's a Jet fan, so you two will get along just fine.
Yay.
And he lives in the heart of Pat's country.
Okay.
I'm not going to say where
Well,
he lives for privacy reasons.
First of all, Braves. I'm not typically surprised. A lot of New Yorkers go up there. So yeah, okay.
And we were texting all day yesterday. I said, So what before the game? What time should I come over and build the bunker in case you need to hide from the Pats fans if they win? He goes, come before midnight. I'm like, will do. And then and then he goes, damn, I have to watch Sam Darnold and the Patriots. As a Jet fan, this hurts.
But
And
why
then
does it hurt though? Did you
because
ask
he
him
said,
that?
why couldn't Sam Darnold do this with the Jets?
I mean, let's be honest about the Jets. They would have ruined Sam Darnold. Like Robert Saleh was not going to help Sam Darnold. He was not. You know, that's all I'll say. Like, they were setting him up for failure. I think Joe Douglas, look, in hindsight, years after the trade, I think that Joe Douglas made the right move. They just didn't pick the right quarterback to replace him, which was Zach Wilson, who was god awful. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Um, but
Mhm.
anyway, continuing on what I was saying, um, what the other is that, and then when it finally happened, he's like, ha, don't have to hide because don't forget, my Jet fan friend is in the heart of MAGA country. And so I get the MAGA, Pat's country. Why did I say MAGA?
I
Pat's
mean, I mean,
country.
I mean, they could be Pats or MAGA country. Doesn't matter. You know?
Pat's country. So so I bet today he's very relieved
Yeah.
that he doesn't have to watch people beat their chest freaking Wolf of Wall Street
As a
style.
matter of fact, he can probably roam the streets and make fun of all the Patriots fans, because it was a New England dud. I mean, they did not show up, Bill. Like I'm still very shocked that the Patriots did not show up that game.
This game, I was
Like,
very, and listen, again, no disrespect to our dear friends Mike Rifkin and the Patch Man, but
yeah,
this game, in my opinion, listen, you can make the defense argument, the defense wins championships, which it does, but this game was just very underwhelming.
yeah,
It was just very un. Now, was it the Seattle Denver one that took place in MetLife? No.
yeah,
Was it the 28-3 one? No. But it was just underwhelming. I was expecting New England to put up more of a fight.
yeah,
Like when they scored their first touchdown, I'm like, okay, we got ourselves a game now. And then Seattle just ran away with it.
yeah. Yeah, I think the big time fourth quarter that Seattle had, where they scored 17 points, had a defensive touchdown and everything, and Sam Darnold threw a touchdown as well. Like I think that really, really um that's when the separation really started to happen. Because again, at 12 nothing, let's be honest, touchdown gets them back in it, right back in it for Patriots. And the Seahawks said not on our watch. And they had the Patriots number all pretty much the entire way. From the after the NFC Championship game over to the Super Bowl. Like they were waiting for the Patriots. They were ready to go. They didn't waver on their plans. I have to say, like, I'm very impressed with the Seahawks team. Congratulations to Mike McDonald. Congratulations to all of them. They were very, very, very they did a great job. And again, it just goes to show you, team under GM and president John Schneider, and um building a brand new culture for Seattle, a no nonsense culture. It was pretty dope to watch. So, um, it's a good day if you're an AFC East fan, especially if you're in New York, because you watched your big time foe go out on a thud. It was awesome to watch. It was awesome. It was so beautiful. It was beautiful watching all the Patriots cry. It was beautiful listening to all the Bostonians out there be pissed off at this team, and they're gonna go out. They're probably gonna be like, "Oh, hey, it was a great season." No, it was a great season, but it was terrible. You had a bad game. Like,
Like, if
yeah,
it was a closer game,
yeah,
then I would say, if I was a Pats fan, if it was a closer game, I would say, you know what? At least we kept it tight.
yeah,
And I know that's not a high bar, but yeah, but Seattle is probably partying today.
yeah. He'll party all week, you know.
And I want to ask you something, Reg. You're a smart fella. And I have been a proponent of this for many, many years, and I want to get a smart man like your opinion.
Mhm.
Should should the day after the Super Bowl be a holiday?
We have this conversation every year.
Oh, every year we have it?
Well, I mean, I don't know if we have it on a show, but we talk amongst ourselves. Like, yeah, I think it should be a holiday. Yeah.
And because, today I guarantee you a lot of people are probably sleeping off their hangovers.
Yeah. Well, here's the best part, having a day off on Monday. This. You don't have to worry about going to work, you know?
Because you want to know something, that there is a because I actually posted this in a Facebook group a couple of years ago, and I just pulled up this post because I actually find this was pretty interesting. This guy whose name I'm gonna not say, he lived in Japan for 4 years growing up, so the Super Bowl was actually Monday morning, early afternoon because they're so ahead.
Right.
And and I guess this gentleman grew up on a military base, and he said they gave school off, and most of the base was off as well, so we were able to have Super Bowl Monday off.
Okay.
So I thought that was pretty. So no, but like here's the thing, because next year, if they continue doing it, second Sunday in February next year, get this, the Super Bowl is going to be on Valentine's Day next year. Oh, a
Ooh.
lot of women are not going to be happy about that.
Well, let's hope it's not. I mean, I don't know how the scheduling is going to be like, but
If it's the second Sunday in February, then next year it's going to be on Valentine's Day.
like, is that the new trend? Second Sunday in February? I
Yes.
mean,
Yes, because it used to be the last Sunday in January, and then after 9/11 happened, it was the first Sunday in February, and then when the NFL expanded their schedule like 4 years ago,
yeah.
when they added another week, they're like, okay, second Sunday in February. So a lot of women are not going to be happy next year. Honey, can we go out on Saturday instead?
Or maybe the Valentine's Day could be the Super Bowl. I mean, what's more powerful with love than sport? You know? Like, just throwing that out there. Just
But
throwing that.
anyway, because then next year, Monday, the day after the Super Bowl, will actually be the third Monday in February. So therefore, that's President's Day. So a lot of people will have off the next day.
I mean, not in my business, but yeah, you know. That's funny.
So no, but I think Super Bowl Monday should be a holiday. I guarantee you in Seattle, a lot of people called out of work today. I guarantee
Mhm.
you a lot of people in Boston called out
Yeah.
of work today
Yeah.
while they're drowning their hangover sorrows in Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Yeah.
So, okay, so yeah, Super Bowl 60 game is in the books. And speaking of which, and this was announced right after the game. Offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak made it official. Seattle Seahawks OC Clint Kubiak made it official. He is going to Vegas. Like there was talks that he was going to, but he made it official. He is going to Vegas
Yeah.
The NFL coaching, all the coaching vacancies are now filled.
Yeah, I think this was expected. People are going to be like, um, well, we weren't really sure. No, it was going to happen. It was
I
just a
think they
matter of
wanted to wait until afterwards to
wait till
make
after the
it
Super Bowl
official.
to make the official announcement and stuff. Um, Good for Clint Kubiak, a great offensive mind. Um, Again, for someone that is going to take over the Raiders. It's a very tall task to do. Um, like, can you imagine being the guy who's going to oversee the Fernando Mendoza experience? You know?
I think he would be because I was thinking that the Raiders were gonna, if he wasn't going to Buffalo, which they ended up getting Joe Brady, I was thinking Ryan Dable was gonna be going to the Raiders. I was thinking Dable was gonna be going to the Raiders.
Yep.
I don't know what you think, but thinking, okay, you need someone who's really gonna mold what's his face, who's really gonna mold Fernando Mendoza. So now it's gonna be Clint Kubiak. But look at the work he's done with Sam Darnold. Look at the work he's done with Darnold.
hmm And that's the thing. Um, because he's such a good offensive mind, and the fact that the Raiders have the number one pick in the draft, you know, him being a hotshot coordinator on top of that, is very attractive to Vegas. It's very attractive to pro players that are looking for teams that, may now want to play in Vegas because of it. So it's a good hire by Raiders, and let's hope it works out. That's all I have to say about that. Um, yeah. And I mean, I think we have all of our coaches at this point, you know.
Yeah, everyone is, they got LaFleur went to Arizona.
I feel bad. Like I'm I just don't know like what they're gonna get out of him there. But congrats to Mike LaFleur.
And yeah, so stay tuned for in either July or August when I do the preseason coach tier rank.
Hmm
Stay tuned for that.
Yep. Billy Boy would be on top of it. Well, even
That's like
though
my
they
favorite thing to do. So
yeah. Now, of course, as we all know, Super Bowl is a big time sporting event for us, but it's also a big time cultural and entertainment event for everyone else that doesn't care about football.
yeah, so what was your favorite commercial?
The Dunkin' Donuts one,
Now I really like the Dunkin' Donuts
by far.
one.
It was hilarious. Like,
Um, I I'm gonna be honest with you folks. I have a hard time sitting still, so I can't really watch a lot of the commercials because I cannot sit still. Like Dan has known me for many years. He knows
mm,
I cannot sit still.
yeah.
I might have, on top of being on the spectrum, I might have also have ADHD.
Mm,
But anyway, no, I like the Dunkin' commercial.
yeah. I thought both of the Bud commercials, the one with the Bud Light and everyone rolling down the mountain trying to get the keg, I thought that was
No,
funny.
that was pretty funny.
And then of course the Budweiser commercial where they're on the farm, you have the horse raising the eagle. Like that was pretty dope to watch and to watch the eagle fly as it's all grown up and stuff. That was pretty patriotic. That was pretty cool.
Well, it's America's 250th birthday.
Yeah. Um the Nerds commercial with Andy Cohen was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I did like
Like
that one.
I didn't expect that. These commercials, to be honest with you, they were just like the game, they weren't that great. Like, like I feel like if you paid so much money for these commercials, like and people were wanting to watch the commercials, they were pretty disappointed. Like a lot of AI commercials, I'll tell you that much, from OpenAI to Google, there were a lot of AI commercials. So it's like, okay,
Absolutely.
yeah. And then
But
of course you just got your regular ads that you see on TV every day. So that was
you know which one I really like? I really like the one with Danny McBride and when they were doing the Bon
with
Jovi.
with yeah with Key, correct? Wasn't that Keegan Michael Key as well?
Yeah, and then John Bon Jovi, Need a Ride.
That was funny. Yeah.
Um Now that I enjoyed. Like
Yeah. Guy Fieri. I'm just
that was
another
pretty
I'm
cool.
just another guy.
What about the Pringles one with Sabrina Carpenter?
The only part about that I loved was watching Sabrina Carpenter's beautiful face. Like,
Yes, like that commercial was kind of dumb.
yeah. Other than that, I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent on that too. Like, it wasn't.
Like, but I like what Mark said last night because I would be so lucky to be a potato chip at that moment. That made me laugh.
I mean,
I mean,
that's the truth though. Imagine
but
being built by Sabrina Carpenter, go on dates with her, like it's pretty dope.
yeah, but yeah, but to be honest, I thought that commercial was kind of stupid.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I wasn't totally in love with it, but it was good to see Sabrina Carpenter. Like she's a star now, so that's
Yeah.
what you get for being a star.
So before we get to the halftime show, I want to ask a non-controversial question before we get into,
Sure,
stuff that could probably get us
it won't.
send hate mail.
I
Do, do, pe-
will, whatever.
do
To
people
take
still
a,
do people still send us send people hate mail?
they wouldn't send us any hate.
Hey, we're likable guys. How can you hate us?
Exactly.
We're likable guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully you know us. You want to come and have a drink with us sometime. Well, I be
Yeah.
having a drink. Reggie be having a Pepsi or something, right?
Water, yeah,
Because Reggie doesn't drink. So,
yeah.
but so what kind of food you have yesterday at your Super Bowl party?
Had some chili, had
Oh, I
some
love me some
pulled
chili.
pulled pork.
Oh,
I could have put the pulled pork on the bread, but I'm trying to watch the sugar intake, so I just had the pulled pork. Um, there were some sweets there too. There had some brownies, they had some cookies, so I had some of that cupcakes. Mac and cheese, chips, and guac. It was pretty dope.
you a salsa guy or a guac guy?
More salsa.
I like salsa too, but I really like guac. I love avocados. Yesterday, I had some my mom's world famous chili yesterday.
Hmm.
We've been talking about that on this podcast for a while.
The chilies. I mean, I've never had it before, but Bill keeps talking it up like it's the best thing in the world. So I
It
have to
is a
try.
good thing. And it
I
was
have to
also
try.
made by my mom, so it's good.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. It's made with love. That's one
You,
thing I will say about Bill's mom. She is made with all the love
aw.
and then some.
Yeah, so my mom's world famous chili, and my mom will appreciate that comment. Thank you, Reg.
Yeah,
Also because I was at a neighbor's house, they had wings. I really like wings.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Do we have? I don't think we had wings.
Pulled pork.
Mm. Yeah, we tried to get pizza, but there were so many back orders and they were so behind
I guess
at the Domino's.
if you're a pizza, if you're a pizza place yesterday, I guarantee you were probably busy.
Yeah, I think they ordered from Domino's. Apparently, this Domino's is pretty understaffed. So, and they had like 150 pizzas by the time the Super Bowl. Um, started, they were behind by like 150 pizzas. So it was like, okay, yeah, this ain't happening. Um, it's all good. It's all good though.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing. Um, here's the thing, Reggie. Um, actually, first about I remember after my buddy's wedding that I went to a couple weeks ago when we were at the after party in the hotel. They ordered Pizza Hut afterwards.
They ordered Pizza Hut
Oh
after.
wait, no, it was Domino's. Never mind. It was Domino's. But
Yeah, Pizza Hut, Domino's, same shit. Like
no, to me, it's the same thing.
it's all fast food pizza, you know?
Like the only fast food pizza I actually like is Sbarro's.
And isn't it crazy to think that I can agree with you on that? Like
That's really the only fast food pizza I like is
I
Sbarro's.
like Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut's very good. Pizza Hut's very it used to be more saucier than before. Now it's kind of dry. Um Domino's gives me the runs, so that's why I don't eat Domino's anymore.
But
You know?
okay, so anyway, what was I saying? But no, we had pulled pork too. My one of my neighbors, they bought some things that were really interesting. They bought these dumplings, which were really
Okay.
good. These
Dumplings.
chicken lemongrass dumplings that were really
Love
good.
that. Love that.
They bought stuffed mushrooms.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and
Um,
also my neighbors had, okay, this is my kryptonite. If I go to a party and they have these, like, and if you have these and I'm invited to your party, they're gonna be gone within like 5 minutes.
yeah.
Pigs in a blanket.
Okay. Pigs in blanket.
Like that is my kryptonite.
Yeah. You know what I miss on Super Bowl Sunday?
What?
And this is the only thing that's kind of making me homesick. My mom used to make these little salmon croquettes. She still does. She does it for New Year's. She does it for Christmas. She does it for all the big time stuff. But the salmon croquettes, my mom used to make. She would take the canned salmon, all that stuff, and dump it in a fryer, bread it up, serve it to
Sounds
people.
delicious.
Beautiful,
But
masterful. I miss that. That my mom used to do stuff like that for big events. So,
yeah.
that's the only thing.
But anyway, okay, now we gotta talk about the halftime show.
Yeah, we were kind of dreading it, but we have to talk about it.
We're dreading this, and
Yeah,
we're gonna and you know what? We're gonna be honest with you folks. We watched both halftime shows
we did.
because we want to be
I,
fair, we want to be
yeah.
objective.
I'm one of the 20 plus million viewers that total viewers that is that tuned in to the Turning Point USA.
We'll talk about that in a bit. Let's
Um,
talk about the main halftime show, shall
yeah,
we? Bad Bunny, which this was the first halftime show to be done in Spanish.
yeah, not completely because there was a surprise guest, but for the most part in Spanish. Yes, it was history in the making. Um, I gotta say, Bill, it was fire.
It was it
Yeah,
was a fun show.
it was
I had
fun.
fun.
Look, me and Bill have been very transparent. We don't speak Spanish. We don't understand the music and everything like many others do. I understand it more than Bill because of my Puerto Rican background and stuff. But again, when I say Puerto Rican background, I'm of Puerto Rican descent. Like I'm not from, the island. I didn't grow up there. So,
Just like when I say I'm Irish, I'm of Irish descent. I'm
right,
not from Ireland.
right. Now, and again, it doesn't mean that I'm not necessarily embracing my Hispanic side of me. I embrace it when I want to, and I usually do it on a daily basis. But I'm an American first. So for me and Bill watching that halftime show, even though it was a great show, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. You know,
that's where I leave it. Like to me, maybe
You
like
know,
7.5, 8 out of 10 because
right,
because again, because I don't know much. That's really not my type of music.
right. It's not
And it's
something you
not
listen
and
to.
against him. It's more about personal taste.
Exactly. Now,
And like,
out of
listen,
all,
but I had fun watching it,
oh
and
yeah, and look, I mean, I talk to my sister about it all the time. I would love to see Bad Bunny in concert. Again, not understanding the language, but just to be there because he's so entertaining and stuff. I mean, it was a pretty damn good show. I will say that.
because
Um,
some of the people I was watching with yesterday, they thought it was just kind of they thought it was a little disrespectful to have the whole show in Spanish because not a lot of the country speaks Spanish.
right.
And I'm like, yeah, it goes, well, he's talented. He's got the rhythms cool.
Yeah. You want to know the crazy part
They
about
said
that?
we just wish we could understand it. And I'm
You
like,
want, me and Bill were talking about this after our Super Bowl live reaction. People do realize that the United States of America is top five in terms of the largest Spanish-speaking countries in the world. The United States is number five. People don't want to hear that because they're like, no, 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 we're English. The official language is English. But the reality is, we are one of the top Spanish-speaking countries out there. So having a Latino artist go out there and do a Spanish set, kind of American, if you tell me, like it blends within our culture.
yeah, like this, like no, I agree. You know what? Because and I'll probably say this again, America is built up of different cultures, of different languages.
Exactly.
Are there certain things that are distinctly American? Yes. But no, this is what America is. America's different cultures, it's different languages, it's different. That's what makes America great.
Yeah.
And but as you could probably tell, not everyone was a big fan of this.
Yeah.
Because
Um,
there were people on yeah, and this is gonna transition soon into the other halftime show, which we really don't want to talk about it, but we're going to because we're objectively. But anyway, if anyone, there were there were things from the fringe right that were really disturbing. I'm just gonna read a few. One was from this woman, Sage Steele. I don't know who she is. Oh, she was an ex-ESPN anchor.
yeah, Sage Steele. Yeah.
Yeah, she goes, if only there were English subtitles during the halftime show of America's greatest sporting event, America in all caps. Hey, Puerto Rico's a U.S. territory? Oh, you know what? Before I go back into rant, I just want to say one thing. You know what I actually really did like about the show? And I am a straight guy, but I am a huge fan of Lady Gaga.
Hmm.
So I really like Lady Gaga's
I
appearance.
love who doesn't love Lady Gaga? Like, by the way, singing her song to the tune of the Spanish culture was awesome.
Well,
I'm
that
not
was
gonna lie.
awesome. You know
That
what?
was
And
pretty dope.
I even like that song. What is the name of it? The Last Night. That song. I like that version better than the version with Bruno Mars.
But I disagree with you that that version with Bruno Mars is epic. Like,
Okay,
and
maybe because I kind of like Lady Gaga more than I like Bruno Mars, but
yeah, which of course everyone's entitled to your opinions, and if you like Lady Gaga more than Bruno Mars, great. I just think Bruno Mars brings a different type of energy, and that song, Die with a Smile, um,
no,
with
but
Lady
no,
Gaga
that was
was
pretty
good.
cool. Also, Ricky Martin, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Ricky Martin was there. I love that Bad Bunny, he brought he brought the attention to the Latin culture, the dancing, the house, that pink house that's
Yeah.
very, very much like, you know, the houses in the Latin America, the Caribbean, all that stuff. I love that. I love that he brought attention to the small businesses and the kiosk, and then of course his tribute to New York City because he talked about he one of his songs is about New York, you know. So and the Spanish culture there too. So the gist of everything, Bill, is love.
And it showed on the screen. Love is stronger than hate.
Or and so we're just paraphrasing because yeah, Borderos.
But and then
But yeah, I
this
loved it. I love that he brought in all the different Latin American flags and everything. I loved that he um made it personal, made it about exposing Americans to what we're already exposed to, which is diversity, love, inclusion. And it was just an amazing way to do it. No politics. Let's be real. There's no politics in
there was
this.
really no politics.
Like it was brilliantly done. Again, solid 8 out of 10. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I knew the language, which I don't. I don't.
And yes, there was that couple that supposedly got married. They really got married.
They really got married.
Uh,
Exactly. Um,
Congratulations to the happy couple.
yep,
So that was actually pretty cool.
yep.
And
And
millions of people watched your wedding.
exactly. Um, a range from 135 to 142 million people. That's what we don't know the official numbers yet. That hasn't been released, but they're projecting to break a lot of Super Bowl halftime records, which, of course, if you're Bad Bunny and you're the Latin American community, that's a massive win. Because there are a lot of people that really wanted this halftime show to fail and it did not fail. It received generally positive reviews, um, and you
Yeah, but
know,
the wedding thing,
it,
here's what apparently happened. This
yeah,
couple, this was pretty cool. Um, they actually invited Bad Bunny to their wedding.
right.
And and Bad Bunny said, "Hey, why don't you be part of the Super Bowl halftime show?" And and he actually served as a witness and signed their marriage certificate.
That's pretty dope.
That's pretty freaking cool.
Like, come on now, that's pretty cool. Like, not gonna lie.
Like, that's pretty cool. And like we said, there were it gained mostly positive responses, but like I said, some of the here's two that I really want to read. Um, this one was from Laura Loomer, who, ugh. The NFL should apologize to the American people for flooding the Super Bowl with foreign flags. Totally disgraceful. There's nothing American about any of it. This is Laura Loomer.
Bill, you cut out a little bit.
You want me to read it again?
No, you're good. Just what you said the last part.
There's an American flag right there.
Yeah,
Like, it's literally right there.
yeah.
And then she said she tagged Tom Homan, the border czar, and said someone calling an ice raid at the Super Bowl.
ICE was present, but they weren't like actively like trying to get people and all that stuff. Like,
Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, you morons!
yeah.
And also, you know who had else to say about this?
Mhm.
You know who else had to say about this?
Just say it, Bill. It's fine.
Trump.
Yeah.
He took to Truth Social, um, and I'm trying to find the post here. God, where is it? Um, he had the Okay, I'm sorry, folks. Give me un momento. Okay. Um,
I got it if you want it.
okay. You wanna pull it up?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. The Super Bowl halftime show, this is from Trump. The Super Bowl halftime show is absolutely terrible, one of the worst ever. It makes no sense. It's an affront to the greatness of America and doesn't represent our standards of success, creativity, or excellence. Nobody understands a word this guy is saying. And the dancing is disgusting, especially for young children that are watching from throughout the USA. Yeah, no comment on that. I have absolutely no comment. Oh, I have comments, but I'm not going to say them.
Yeah.
Um, who knows? Once we talk about the other one, I might say those comments. And all over the world, this show is just a slap in the face to our country, which has set a new standards and records every single day, including the best stock market and 401ks in history. There is nothing inspirational about this mess of a halftime show. And watch, it will get great reviews from the fake news media. Hold on. I'm going to read that line in my Trump impression. It will get great reviews from the fake news media because they haven't got a clue of what is going on in the real world. And by the way, the NFL should immediately replace its ridiculous new kickoff rule.
The biggest thing though that I'm trying to understand is why is it that this is making people so upset? It's a show, right?
If you don't like the halftime show, don't watch it.
You know? And
No
that's what
one's forcing you to watch it.
exactly.
If you
Like,
just want to get
don't
up, grab a
feel
beer, chat with some friends
yeah.
during the
Like,
halftime, fine, go do that.
and this is the biggest win for, like I said, for Latinos, for Bad Bunny, because even though, these conservatives are coming out and saying, "Oh, this show is horrible." Well, you're watching the damn show, so you're only adding to the millions of views that it's going to generate, right? You're adding to the big time ratings of NBC Super Bowl that they will be getting. So it's like,
You're helping
they
them
don't care
win.
about your criticism. You watch the damn show and they exposed you to something that was different.
But
Did they not? Like, come on,
now,
why watch it? If you had no reason, why watch it? Like,
now, now we have to talk about the other halftime show.
yep.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, we talked about this on Friday a little bit. Turning Point USA, the organization that Charlie Kirk founded, um, when Bad Bunny was announced that he was the halftime show, Turning Point USA said, "Well, we'll just do our own halftime show,"
Mhm.
and it started, and it starred Kid Rock, who didn't really show up till like the end.
Yeah, I
Um,
think he was only on. See, Bad Bunny was very present for his 13 minutes. Not the entire time, but he was very present for a massive chunk of his 13 minutes,
yeah,
right? Kid Rock
Br
only did like eight, you know?
Brant Brantley Gilbert,
Yeah.
Lee Bryce,
Mm.
and Gabby Barrett. Yeah, I've never heard of these people either.
I mean, Gabby Barrett, first of all, Gabby Barrett, American Idol legend. And
Okay, no, I did hear Gabby Barrett. Yes,
and
I
get
have heard of Gabby Barrett.
And Gabby
Um,
Barrett, she did the one song with Charlie Puth that actually did very well in the Billboard charts. So
yeah, but the
no,
other ones, aside from Kid Rock and Gabby Barrett, I have not heard of these guys.
yeah.
And listen, maybe
Um
because I'm not really a big country music guy, so
yeah, it seemed like that was the theme. A lot of the country artists that are big time magocrats and
and
um
here's
sick
my
and tired of the
thoughts.
country.
Here's my thoughts on that. In the beginning, they played the Star Spangled Banner on electric guitar. Did you see that?
I did. Yes.
Guys, Jimi Hendrix did that. And he did that to protest the Vietnam War. He did that out on Woodstock. Like if you've ever watched it when he does the anthem, he's like trying to make like bomb noises with the guitar. Like, guys, it's been done. Do you guys have anything original to do? And then I want to say it was Brantley Gilbert. Like, okay, you know what? I don't even remember who these people are.
Yeah.
Um, and they did, it was a lot of country music. And again, I just don't know. I don't know who these people are. And apparently someone I know said, see, this was such a great halftime show. Yeah, can you explain to us people who don't listen to country music who these are? Because I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
I don't. Like,
We-
I know the big country. I know who Luke Bryan is. I know who Toby, rest in peace, Toby Keith. I know Luke Combs. I know who Morgan Wallen is. Because I have a cousin who's really into country music. So I have cousins who are into country music. So I know who the big ones are. Like these people, I have no idea who they are. And but the thing was, like, they were trying to say, well, we're not pushing an agenda. And there was this one guy who did a song saying it's a shame, it's hard to be country in this country. And they're like first saying like, just standard country. I want to have a beer, drive my truck, feed feed my dog, cut my grass, which is just mundane stuff. And then he goes, tell my daughter that, and these are actually lyrics, folks, that little boys ain't little girls. They are pushing an agenda.
Yeah, a lot of the halftime show, the Turning Point halftime show, was talking about the faith and Christianity and
Which is
um,
fine. Like,
which is fine,
I I'm a
in the
Christian, I'm a Catholic.
but a lot of it was in the tune of a right-wing agenda. Like, let's be honest about that. Um,
And like I said, aside from that quote from the Bad Bunny show, the Bad Bunny halftime show was not political.
exactly.
And
And that's the big thing. Like the Turning Point halftime was a political
this is what I
thing.
hate when people like this do.
And all the right wingers, Bill, are gonna try to paint it as the non-apolitical bullshit type of
They go,
thing.
well, the left makes everything political. No, you make everything political.
Like, like the whole Bad Bunny thing wasn't a political statement. It's a global superstar that's on the Super Bowl stage. Doesn't that sound familiar? Paul McCartney, Phil Collins,
Well, oh
yeah,
yeah, Phil Collins did do a halftime show.
yeah.
Um,
Um,
U2.
to like these are all global superstars
Oh yeah, and you know what
that
the difference is between them and
praise.
Bad Bunny? And I love Paul McCartney. I love U2.
Mhm.
Paul McCartney, U2, Coldplay. They're not American.
And no one had a problem with it, right?
They're
So,
not American. Bad
like,
Bunny is from Puerto Rico, which
the,
is a U.S. territory.
the fact that they flat out called it the All-American halftime show. Like, understand that if the purpose was not to be a political halftime show, understand when they say that, what do they actually mean? Like, understand it.
I have a few ideas.
Like, let's be honest. In terms of the songs, obviously the best one was Gabby Barrett by far.
No,
Like
no, listen,
Gabby
I
Barrett
don't
was
want to attack these.
she's actually one of my favorite country stars. I
Oh,
will have to say
she
that.
has a good
Like
voice.
she's incredible.
I'm not
She's
attacking
incredible.
these people's talent. I'm not
Yeah.
attacking. I'm sure they're
Yeah.
very talented. I'm sure people who like their music, and you know what? I wish them all the best.
Yeah.
I wish them all the
Um
best.
I
But and I don't have a problem with a country music halftime show. What I have a problem is the
mhm.
intention.
Exactly.
And you
Like
know what the intention
what are you
is?
trying to send? If you're
You know
trying to
what?
not be political, right?
I'm gonna get on my soapbox in a second, but I just want to say this, Kid Rock. Hey, kid. We all know you were lip syncing. We're not
Exactly.
stupid.
That was another thing I was going to bring up because, like I said, Kid Rock was on for about 8 minutes, right? He did
Bad
two
Bunny
songs.
owned that stage.
Yeah,
He owned that stage.
like it
Listen,
was.
whether you're a fan of his music or not, Bad Bunny fucking owned that
Yeah,
stage.
and he was talking. He was singing and talking the entire time. Like he was
And,
actually rapping his own damn lyrics.
and
Whereas Kid Rock, pathetic, pathetic. They came on lip syncing,
you know what? You know what the
and
and
it
I
was
said
very
this on
obvious too.
and you know what I said about this on the Friday show, and I'll say it again. You know what this headline was? It was a washed up has been
Yeah,
and a bunch of people you've never heard of.
yeah.
Like, except for Gabby Barrett. Gabby, if you're watching this, my deep apologies. You have a great voice. You seem like a lovely person, and I'm so sorry if I offended you. And I'm sure you're a lovely
Well,
person.
in terms of Gabby Barrett, I'm just more upset that she would include herself into stuff like this.
Like, listen,
Like,
like if she's a
like she's such a great artist. Like, why?
like
Why?
these people, they know it. And again, I'm not really into country music. Like, there's a few songs I like, but and like, listen, if you want to have an all country music halftime show, have an all country music halftime show. I don't care.
Mhm.
But the problem is the intentions, and the intentions of TPUSA are not good intentions.
Yeah.
You know what they are? I'll tell you what they are. And because when they say all American, because and let me go back to my point about Bad Money. That is what America is. America's different cultures. It's different languages. It's we're the melting pot. We all get something good from someone else. Like, we get great things from the Latino culture. We get great things from the Italian culture. We get great things from the Irish culture, from African cultures, from different cultures. We get great things, and that's what makes America great. Because we get good things from different cultures, and that's what makes it wonderful.
Yeah.
And and I'm not saying like the rural America is not a part of American culture. It is, but that's not all of American culture. What makes me absolutely sick, Reg, I'm sorry I'm getting on my soapbox here. I'm sorry. But what makes me absolutely sick is that they're going in this song saying, we're real Americans. You know what? Let's just straight up say it. I'm just going to straight up say it. Are you ready? When they say all American, you know what they mean, Reg.
Mhm.
What do they mean, Reg? Let's hear it.
Someone that's not black or brown and
They mean white.
Mhm.
They mean white. They mean,
But
they mean,
what are you talking about? Like we embrace Nicki Minaj, you know?
you know,
By the way,
like,
Nicki Minaj, who came in as an illegal immigrant, by the way. You know,
and yeah,
she's legal now, but
and what angers me a lot, and it's like, here's the thing. God, I'm getting political. I don't like getting political, but you know what? This has been on my mind.
I thought I was just gonna do a comparison to the halftime shows, but
But no, if you want to compare them, we can go right ahead.
like you finish your thought, then
But like, here's the thing. This has been on my mind all morning. TPUSA and people like Charlie Kirk, and like, listen, Charlie Kirk did not deserve what happened to him. He didn't deserve it, and that was horrible.
yeah,
And his wife and kids saw it, and no one should have to go through that.
yeah,
But the thing, like, the organizations like TPUSA try to start dialogue, which I'm all for, but they call the people they disagree with, people on the left, they call them snowflakes. People, you know what my thoughts are? I'll tell you. You were triggered by a man who raps in Spanish,
mhm.
and you had to have your own little special halftime show.
Well, I think they're more. It's a lot of things. They're triggered by the fact that he's a global superstar. that he does not that doesn't speak their language, but still global superstar, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that he's brown.
Yeah, you're triggered by this. You called people who disagree with you snowflakes, but yet you had to have your own little special halftime show.
Yeah, I wonder who the snowflakes are now. Like,
That's the definition of being a snowflake.
you know, um,
And like, listen, if anyone enjoyed the TPUSA show, you know what? Fine, whatever. I don't hate you. I'm sure you're a fine person. And if you say, well, if you just watched it with the mindset, you know what? I just really like country music, and that's why I wanted to watch it. Then
yeah,
okay,
or
fine, whatever.
yeah,
If that was your intentions, then I do not question your intentions. I don't think you're a bad person. But yeah, but no, comparing the halftime shows, it's kind of hard to compare because it's basically it's like the country music was it's just country music and
yeah.
like
Like,
the big compare
I really wasn't that impressed by the
I
Turning
wasn't
Point show.
too. I wasn't too,
Like,
and it
it
didn't
was
look
a
like
lot. It was a lot of it was a lot of you know at least with the Super Bowl halftime show, the official one, you know, you have props and you have big time production value and drones and all that stuff, fireworks and everything. This one did have some of the pyrotechnics too, but it's one stage. It's an artist standing in basically one spot. Um, like to me, I feel like, this could have been a simple thing at Carnegie Hall or the Beacon Theater. Like, I think you could have done the exact same thing at those places and it wouldn't like nothing about that show really added any value. It was very simple. It was very basic. And look, like I said, like look, I'd be lying to you if I didn't enjoy. I enjoyed Gabby Barrett a lot. I enjoyed
oh,
her.
she was fine. She was really good.
I will say, Kid Rock's cover of "Till I Can't" was okay. That if you
Yeah,
talk,
that was okay. Yeah, I
it
think he
was
actually did
okay.
a decent job for that one. He did a
Yeah.
decent job.
Um, but like yeah, it's like I thought it was too simple and to do a counter programming that's going to rival the main program.
Oh, they got the they
It's very underwhelming. I'll tell you that much. It was very underwhelming.
like they're getting there
Yeah,
like all American halftime shows getting their ass handed to them.
yeah.
And the All American halftime show has so far been viewed 4 million times. The and as of the time of that was written of this article was written on MSN.com, which at TV Insider, which was written about an hour ago. Um, yeah, 19 million views. While Bad Bunny,
Again, we're still waiting on the official numbers. Those official numbers haven't come out yet. We will say that in terms of concurring views with Bad Bunny, TPUSA, I believe, had like 5 to 6 million. So I think that
okay,
part has been official.
according to the Independent, it drove around 128 million views.
Right.
So, yeah, and what's so funny is Kid Rock.
Again, we don't know the official numbers. Right now they're estimating that it's going to be more than 134, 35.
Because
Um,
and Kid Rock was all going like, "Oh, this is a David versus Goliath, dude. This is not even a battle."
it's not even yeah, it's not a contest. I think it's like no more than 10%, maybe a little less of the Bad Bunny audience. So it's like
You know what? Because here's the thing. Okay, listen, I want to apologize if my rant seemed political, but I want to say this. I'm going to say this.
Well, they made it political. They're the
Well,
ones making it political.
yeah, again, like they're always the ones going like, "Oh, you guys are
Like,
making this political." No, you're making it
like
political. Don't blame
you're
it on us.
exactly.
So we just
You know?
wanted, if you want an apolitical halftime show, fine. Don't mention politics. Just have an apolitical and just have a halftime show. Like again, like the problem is the intentions
Right.
of TPUSA. That's their intention. The intention was that, well, we're not trying to push an agenda. Of course, you're trying to push an agenda.
Yeah. Like
TPUSA, we're not
so.
stupid.
So if people are mad at you, Bill, because you're getting political, well,
They
you,
started it.
like you're the one that's
We
you
see
know
through the BS. We see through the bullshit here. They
like
think we're stupid.
you're the one that's poking the bear, poking the sleeping bear that doesn't
That
have
is
control.
that is me. But
You
dude,
know?
yeah, but that's the thing. If you want to have an apolitical halftime show, then have an apolitical halftime show. Don't mention politics. Don't write a song about, all this political stuff when you're saying we're apolitical. Don't. If you want to say you're apolitical, don't mention politics.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, this the halftime shows was actually more excited than the game. But
Well, let's
yeah,
be honest. That Bad Bunny halftime show did a whole lot more than what the Seahawks and Patriots did in the first half. I'll tell you that much. You know?
I wish I could dance like that though.
Oh my God.
That was
Like, I can't. I can look again. My Hispanic family. They're not too thrilled with the fact that I have two left feet, so I can't dance for shit. Like
Hey, remember at our buddy Eric's wedding, you were busted a move.
I was trying to bust a move. It wasn't very good.
It's like
Like
I can only really dance because like within the last 8 months, I was at two weddings in the last 8 months. I can bust a move after a few drinks. It's like awesome.
yeah,
And like my friend Katie, who got married back in June, I remember her husband said, "Bill, we went through our wedding photos. You're in like 25% of them, just busting a move, having a good time."
yeah,
And yeah, so Dan, be aware, but my brother Dan, be aware when in October I'm gonna be busting a move on the dance floor.
exactly, exactly. Oh Jesus.
But anyway,
Um,
yeah,
yeah,
but yeah, well, I guess that's our show. Well, folks, football season is over.
yep. Pitchers and catchers report this week.
Yes, we have that. We're gonna do some Olympic talk
Mhm.
on
Shout shout out to the U.S. figure skating team. They won the gold medal in Milan. So we're very thrilled about that. Um, Prayers up to Lindsey Vonn. I know she tried to make a comeback at 40 years old. Tore ACL before the competition. Tried to go uh, ski, even though she had a torn ACL, crashed in her first run. And I think she has like a fractured leg or whatever. It was pretty bad. If you watched the Olympic coverage, like she was airlifted. So sending all the love to her. I know she was trying to make a big comeback, didn't quite work out. Um, but we're proud of you anyway. You know.
All right, so we're gonna watch. So yeah, and also we're gonna be bringing back the top five
Top five Fridays.
since we're not gonna have any, football or pick 'em to do. So we're bringing back our top fives for Friday.
Mhm.
So from all of us here, and thank you for keeping us up with football season, for whether it be us, Wishbone Shotgun, Thursday Night Gridiron, Sunday Sideline Report, or the Tuesday or Wednesday recap show.
Yep.
Thank you for staying with us all football season. But now a baseball season will be coming, so pretty soon we'll be having batter up. Like Reg and I will
Yeah.
start Bombers banter. We don't know.
hmm
We'll probably either end of this month or sometime next month we'll have our season
Yeah.
premiere.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that off air.
Well, it's gonna be a fun baseball season. Hopefully.
Yes, it is. So,
Um, Stay tuned for my thoughts on the Yankees. I mean, uh,
mm,
a little bit of a spoiler.
so from
Iffy.
all of us, if you go to www.thesportsstadiumnetwork.com, check out our blogs or everything else, and from check out our podcast available on all platforms, and check us out here on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. From all of us here for